Thank you very much, Alessandra, for this great presentation. I would like to give a brief introduction on the work that we do at the World Tourism Forum Lucerne, and then together with Davide, we will share some insights into our project cooperation using space technology to innovate tourism. So just a short intro, what we do at the WTFL, we're a global interactive travel, tourism and hospitality platform that is active since 2008. And our mission is connecting all stakeholders in the industry, of course, both public and private sector, into high-level discussions, forums, think tanks. We run innovation camps with the overall goal, of course, to shape a more sustainable future for the tourism sector. Our four main pillars of work are innovation, talent, diversity, and sustainable development. And since 5-6 years, we have been putting a lot of resources on advancing innovation projects in tourism, supporting startups and young entrepreneurs through our innovation camp programs. And of course, summits that we organize to put innovation high on the political agenda and to connect all the stakeholders in the industry. And I love very much the introduction of Alessandra, of Remco in the beginning, saying that we're not talking here about sending tourists to space, as actually when we try to introduce the project to the general public, we're always asked, is it about sending tourists to the moon? What's this project about? So no, but thanks to all the advancements that the space tech sector is undergoing, we in the tourism sector, and of course as tourists, we are able to enjoy so many things that we take for granted. Many of them Alexandra mentioned in the beginning, that we are able to take a selfie in a remote area and connect to our loved ones, pay by cards, and of course the space technology, they enable adventures in tourism, which without satellite and Earth observation, it will be impossible to go and explore the world as we know it today. It makes it much more safe, and not to mention the impact that the space technology will have for in the future when we try to advance more into a sustainable tourism sector. Of course, just to mention very briefly the importance why at World Tourism Forum Lucerne we support space technology and innovation. It's also due to the fact that if we try to advance sustainable destinations, space technology is our best ally, as thanks to all the technology, we have the smart city, smart destination. Many of the public bodies that we work together depend heavily on these tools if they want to monitor the safety, well, not just the safety, but as well the environment aspects of the destination and planning. So without further ado, I think the audience is most interested to learn about this project cooperation. What is it about, who we are targeting? So I would like as well to invite Davide into the conversation, and he can as well let us know why as the European Space Agency is as well supporting heavily tourism.
Thank you, Elena, and good afternoon, everyone. I hope you can hear me okay and see me as well. Right. Okay, so I'm Davide Coppola from the European Space Agency. Briefly about us, I suppose some of you might know us. Is an intergovernmental organization consisting of 22 member states, and our mandate is to promote cooperation amongst European states in space research, technology, and applications. Application part is where I belong to. I'm part of the ESA Space Solutions, and in this team specifically, we look to and seek for helping businesses based in Europe to create commercial services addressing specific verticals leveraging space technology of different types, from SATCOMs to Earth observation to navigation, etc. Again, through commercial service offerings. How do we do that? How do we do that? We have several tools. We have open call for proposals, by means of which companies can come to us, pitch their ideas, and seek for our support. And or we work with partners who basically are strategic for us to understand the requirements of a given sector. And that's what we are doing basically with the World Tourism Forum Lucerne. We have identified tourism as an area that actually is in enormous need of innovation for obvious reasons relating primarily to the post or to the COVID pandemic, which is causing, of course, a damage in terms of economic aspects and unfortunately societal and other aspects and death, as we all know. And the effect of the pandemic are very visible to the tourism sectors. But in addition to, let's say, to the immediate issues that we are all seeing, I think the COVID-19 pandemic has shown also the need for innovating the tourism and rethink the tourism in a different way. And there are already indications that digitalization and connectivity might help in this transformation journey. That's why, together with the World Tourism Forum Lucerne, we thought of a call to look into technology breakthrough, to look into digitalization, connectivity, and the use of other space assets to basically advance innovation in the tourism sector, help them basically, recover from the pandemic, and make the sector stronger and more sustainable, as Elena said. So we are looking at the utilization, for instance, of digitalization and connectivity for supporting the shift towards unmanned transportation, to support the rural tourism, promoting remote experience, provide always on and everywhere connectivity, as well as topics related to safety of travels, of course, which are becoming more and more important in the current times. So to this end, together with the World Tourism Forum Lucerne, we are setting up a call, an innovation call, by means of which ISA would offer zero equity funding for companies to develop ideas, addressing those and other topics relating to the business sector. And the World Tourism Forum Lucerne is helping us shaping this call and deriving the most important requirements. Elena, maybe back to you then.
Thank you. Well, I think as we have most probably some innovators in the audience, I would like to share that there are like 2 tracks that you'll be able to take advantage in the project. So first is about developing a feasibility study, and the other one is about developing a demonstration project. And for both opportunities, the European Space Agency is going to offer free equity funding, as Davide said correctly. But as well, I wanted to mention that the project is still cooking. We are about to announce the dates for application, most probably in the middle of October. And once we open the call, of course, we will give sufficient time for candidates to apply, minimum 5 months. And the reason why we have, of course, announced already this partnership is that there's another part of the project in that we want to find a working group, which actually is going to be the leaders who are going to give a bit more of the right direction about the case studies that we want to present to the industry, and to identify these most important areas that tourism can tackle through space, through the space technologies, such as sustainable tourism services, such as safety and security, and of course innovation about the way we experience tourism in general. As I've been so pleasantly surprised since I got more involved in the project to see as well that ESA is supporting, for example, companies who enable tourists, for example, to go on expeditions and to become as well reporters and contribute to science. So there are many innovative ways as well that even through the normal tourist experience that we know can become sustainable and more responsible thanks to all these advancements.